What's good, everybody? It's Kaige-O Gaming, and we are back with some more Wasteland 3. Now, last time we left off, we had gotten 3 more people in our party, 2 more rangers and Marshal Kwan, and we are ready to go ahead and explore the area. So let's see what's going on inside our base. Razorback. Okay.
Pretty grand in here. Maybe you can make it your trophy hall, or museum or something, or a handball court.
Yeah, but we definitely want to open up with our sniper here. We got a pistol. Okay, she doesn't actually have any abilities. Only an 82. So preferably to get you in cover. It's only a 72. How many are there? Just 2? Oh god. Don't do that. Alright, we'll wait for him to circle back around. Let's be patient with this. Peak shares ammo with something. Take the shot. Nice. Almost one-shot him. Combat started. Armor system. That enemy has armor, which means that it can block some of your incoming damage. Fortunately, all weapons have a penetration stat. If your weapon's penetration is equal or greater than your enemy's armor, your weapon will deal full damage. If your weapon's penetration is less than the target's armor, you'll do a proportionate amount of damage, but no more than 80%. Examples: penetration 15 versus 10 armor equals 100% damage. Penetration 5 versus 10 armor equals 50% damage. Penetration 9 versus armor 80, or armor 10 is 80%. Okay, 81. You only cost 3 AP. Nice shot. Go ahead and back you up. You, I'm gonna... One. Major Tomcat. You have a shot here. Okay, crouching costs 2. I think I'll take the 77. We hit 2 of our 3 shots. I'm gonna move you over here, and I'm gonna put you on ambush. And then Jester, you have the LMG. So I'm gonna just set you up here and do preparation. Now, Tomcat, do you move on your own? Oh, jeez. Okay, that's not good. Oh, Tomcat, you're taking damage. Oh, gosh. 149 health? My gosh. Alright, let's move you... Well, let's move you out of there. Now, how do we... Can we, like, inspect? Like, how do I know what that does? Just set you up for defend. You're gonna move here. Put you at 45. One. You're at 77 right here. Nice. Okay, now you're poisoned. Minus 5% con per turn. Is there something that we can use? Removes injuries. You require first aid. You have explosives, no? Explosive damage bonus, so you should have the nades. I thought we had one more nade. Okay, so it can't be... Let's give our sniper the smoke grenade. You can have the regular nade. You, since you're a weirdo, can have the snowballs. And then you have a meadow. Med hypo. Nitro spike revives all incapacitated. I guess you can have that for now. Maybe not. Because I don't want that to be stuck on him. We also have, is there a compare? Yeah, that's better. Your sniper rifle. Ammo capacity is less. Better penetration. Better damage. Let's give you the better sniper rifle. And then can you use this? Fires explosives 1. You can take the rocket launcher. Energy, fire, cold, and explosion damage. Elemental weapons ignore enemy armor entirely. The 4 elemental damage types are energy, fire, cold, and explosive damage. Enemies are often weak to some elemental damage types and resistant to others. Very cool. We only have 2 rockets, so we gotta be pretty careful on that. You also have... Ooh. So you need another quick slot. Because if you're gonna have explosives and mechanics, you also have our turrets. Oh. Guess we could give you no heals, but that's kind of risky. Are you still poisoned? No. What do we get from these guys? Wolverine fur. Pheromone sacks? Pheromone sacks? Okay, we got some bones. Nice. How much money do we have? 170. So 30 more and we can respec. A fallen billboard. Who put it here? The power button on the machine resists your press, seemingly rusted in place. It makes a sandy crunch as it finally gives way. The screen comes to life with a sad beep. Raid failure. Corruption detected across multiple sectors. Initiating automated repair operations. Is that supposed to say initiating? Recovery complete. View recovered logs. Examine personal logs. There are fewer logs than you would expect for a base of this size. Many have suffered data corruption and are unrecoverable, but you find a few that are legible. Try to recover some of the logs. Nerd Stuff 3. The file is encrypted. You're able to find the custom script that did it and reverse engineer the key. We need more nerd stuff. So we can unlock more logs. Second Lieutenant Halcott. 15th of September of 1995. He fixed his gaze on the monitor, fingers deftly tapping the keys, expertly covering his tracks as he pulled data from the system. Lieutenant Amore kept stealing glances back at him, enraptured by his steely blue eyes as she watched the doorway for the guards. Have you found the evidence yet, Captain Halcombe? We don't have much time left. The captain hit a few more keys and nodded. He pulled the floppy disk from the drive and signaled to the lieutenant. Quickly, back to the vent. Ladies first, he said, helping Lieutenant Amore up to the ceiling ducts. Despite her generous curves, he nimbly slid into the duct. She nimbly slid into the duct, and Captain Halcombe was easily able to pull himself up and follow her, sliding the grate back into place just as guards swung by on their patrol. Colonel Forchette, 22 of March 1998. The world ended yesterday. Our missile defense system saved Colorado Springs, but Denver is gone, and we can't make contact with anyone outside the state. Discipline will keep my men in line, but we've only got a few days until the civilians panic. We'll need to prepare to hold out until we can reconnect with Washington. Return to root logs archive. View recovered logs. Security logs. Filtering tools help you cull the routine and wholly corrupted reports. You may need a computer expert to access some of the files. Try to recover some bad metadata. Metadata? Kept this file from filtering properly, but you're able to easily repair it. Try to recover. You fix an overwrite error at the start of this log and it becomes legible. File termination characters are missing for these logs. Tricky, but you're able to find the proper spots to fix them. Okay. March 21st, 1998. Report 05. Citadel Star Station reports confirmed. Anti-ballistic countermeasures armed. Alert status raised to red. Report 77. No rad. Tracking confirms multiple incoming contact signals. Protective countermeasures allocated to high priority targets. Personnel ordered to report to assigned stations and shelters. Report 221. CONR confirms countermeasures in local area 95% effective. Cannot raise communication with NORAD HQ or PACOM. Cannot raise communications with WH, which I'm assuming Congress? White House? I don't know what that is. Report 222. Revised estimates of success rate of countermeasures outside of local area are at 5%. Alert status remains red. February 14th, 1999. Report 2. Radio signal reconstructed from partial burst over past 2 months. Transcript follows. Good people of Arizona, we, the remaining officers of the 249th Engineer Battalion, have been unable to contact our leaders at FORSCOM for too long, and have come to the unfortunate conclusion that our government has fallen. Every one of us here joined the Army to protect the people of these United States, and even if the U.S. is no more, we intend to continue to protect you to the best of our ability. We've heard your cries for help on the radio, and we want you to know help is coming. Keep calling, shelter in place, and stay strong. We're on our way. The message will repeat. April? No. July? July 4th, 2000? Report 1, classified information purge initiated. Report 2, erasure complete. Command cleared, fully autonomous security system activating in T-minus 30 minutes. Report 3, intrusive movement detected on outer perimeter, monitoring. Intruders retreated without engagement, monitoring. May 26, 2009. Report 15, intrusive movement detected on outer perimeter, monitoring. Quadrupedal creature identified as non-hostile, monitoring deprioritized. Creature remains. Creature departs. Incidents monitored without engagement. 1846. Incidents involving security response. 5. January 22nd, 2010. Intrusive movement detected on outer perimeter. Bipedal creature approaches facility. Deploying servitors. Intruder pacified. Incidents monitored without engagement. 2008. Incidents involving security response. 9. Automated amendment. Intention was for intruder. Logging technological review request with information technology. Report 100. Okay. April 16th, 2021. Primary generator failure reported at 0202-2021-562. Will result in catastrophic failure of security system if not resolved. Information technology has not responded to repair queries. I like how they can't say T's, like the robots. Catastrophic. Core servitors placed into sleep mode to preserve power to monitoring systems. Secondary processing system placed into sleep mode to preserve power to primary processing. Automated amendment. Intention was for catastrophic. Logging technological review with information technology. System setting designation to sleeping but vigilant. Alrighty. November 28, 2068. Intruder 032 returns to war room. Starts fire for intruders 30, 31, 33. Intruder 34 is providing them with a meal. Logging requisition requests for additional servitors. Following abduction of core servitors, 05010 by Intruder 11. This request has been logged 1,500 times. Priority elevated. Attempting to wake remaining servitors. Wake attempt resulted in failure. Incidents monitored without engagement 7,242. Incidents involving security response 15. Incidents with failed security responses 1. Incidents with inability to respond 4,000. Intruder 34 now classified as deceased. August 26, 2102. System wake up complete. Accessing? Is that supposed to be accessing? Database? New information since catastrophic failure reported at 1606, 2071, 623. Intruder 6973 logged in war room. Servitors not responding to wake up instruction. Monitoring. Intruder 71 has fully repaired monitoring systems. Intruder 69 has gained access to monitoring systems. Self-diagnostic complete. Servitors 103, 22, and 616 present but unresponsive. Primary power unreasonable. Unresponsive? Unresponsive. Secondary power at 20%. Primary processing reports all good. Last but not least, May 10th, 2107. Intrusive movement detected at perimeter. Intruder 159 logged and approaching. Intruder 158 detects intruder 159 and returns to barracks. Various intruders seem and barricade door to barracks. Perturbed? I don't know what that's supposed to say. Intruder 159 retreats after accessing war room and armory. Servitors remain unresponsive. Intruder 156 departs barracks, enters brig, and accesses computer terminal. Horrible intruders. Intruder 156 has initiated a generator restart. Power coming online. Servitors waking. Red alert. So that's what set off the alarms, I take it? Jeez, that's a lot of reading, guys. A lot of reading. Oh yeah, now we should have enough money. Can we get up here? We can. Should have enough money to respec if we want. But before we respec anybody, I'd like to see, because I believe once we go into the next area to help Daisy, we'll get our next party member. I remember a little bit from this game. Not everything, but I remember a little bit. Explosion damage bonus. Creepy doll. Now hold on. You found a creepy doll. Creepy dolls are dolls that are creepy, but they also grant powerful bonuses that benefit your entire squad. Simply collecting them will benefit you for the rest of the game. Oh, very nice. Creepy dolls aren't found in your inventory. Instead, find them as well as any discovered cassette tapes and tutorials in your archive menu. Access your archive menu by selecting it in the pause menu. Because we should have... Yes. So crit chance. Crit chance, I still feel... Well, you have... This is what? Kiss ass? That should go on Quan. We'll give the crit chance back here. You guys are the only ones that we have. Heavy armor. You should probably be on you. That's a huge, huge helmet. Merc armor. Combat speed and armor. That armor's pretty cool. I might go ahead and keep you with that. Crit chance and armor. We'll give that to you. I'm kind of liking that look. You have the +3 armor. You'll probably be next closest, so we should give you some decent armor. And then movement speed. What is your crit chance? Out of curiosity. 8%. I feel like you should have a high crit chance with a pistol. No? Kind of makes sense. Attributes. And we could level up your intelligence. Weird science. But yeah, I think we'll give you the combat speed. Keep you with your cowboy gear on, though. Okay, that should be everything. We have the sniper rifle, the assault rifle, and the brawling weapon. All not really good for our current characters. I think we're good to go. What does this do? +1 armor and +1 crit resistance. I don't know if we want to use that yet. Attributes, skills. We could give you your nerd stuff, and then we could unlock that last log, but I'm gonna hold off on that. Let's keep moving. Let's see what else is going on in the space. Now, you did take a strong hit. Here we go. Okay, we got some people here. Let's go ahead and quick save.
Please, don't shoot.
The woman is gaunt, her clothes ragged. She is surrounded by a group of bedraggled vagrants who watch you with fear and mistrust.
Who are you? You're not dressed like the marshals.
We're the Rangers. Who are you?
I'm Del Hackett, and I speak for these people. We've been living here for months, and we've got nowhere to go. Please, will you let us stay?
Bad idea. I've been in their shoes, but this is a military base. If we have squatters everywhere, it'll be hard to keep discipline. Your recruits won't like it either.
The Patriarch's people don't care about people like us, but you're not beholden to them.
She shoots a fearful look at Quan, but he doesn't seem to notice. Where are you from?
We all farmed in the border country between Colorado and the plains. Thought we were safe out there, under the Patriarch's protection. Back then, the gangs feared the Patriarch. Not anymore. They burned our greenhouses and killed everyone who tried to fight them. No place left to run but here, for any of us.
Did you set off the security system?
Not intentionally. The Patriarch's people drove up to the base a few days ago, so we hid in here for a while. Then when Andy went to check if they left, all the doors slammed shut and the alarms started whooping. Don't know what happened. Been living in these ruins for weeks and we never set anything off before.
Can't you go live in the city?
We're not welcome there. They already have too many mouths to feed, and more are always coming.
Oh, geez. And so it's not gonna make our people happy if we keep them here. Ice says no. Kaige-O says yes. What do we do there? Are we good? Are we good people? Or do we do what needs to be done?
Your call. Won't make the volunteers happy, but the Patriarch put you in charge, not them.
We let them stay.
You said yes. I was sure you wouldn't.
The refugees' haggard faces breaks into smiles. A few of them hug each other.
We won't be any trouble, I promise, and we'll help out wherever we can. Thank you for giving us a chance. Oh, and one of our people is missing. Andy. If you find him hiding out somewhere, you send him back to us? Hear that, everyone? We gotta make ourselves useful around here.
Okay.
You're good people, Rangers. We'll find a way to pay you back. Anything you need?
You've had more time to explain the base than we have. Can we ask you about it?
Sure.
Did you touch any of the equipment in the war room?
Andy may have. He's the only one of us who knew computers. I told him to stay out of there because I was afraid of, well, of something like what happened when this whole place got locked down.
Have you checked out the medbay?
We stay away from that awful room. Nothing but death in there.
Have you been in the brig?
Yep. There was a man locked in there when we moved in, living off insects and mushrooms in his cell. I left him locked up after I met him. I felt bad about that. He was cordial enough, but he just kept asking questions that felt off. And those glassy eyes.
Okay. What did you find in the armory?
Booby traps, mostly. One of my people disarmed an explosive on a door, but missed a gas mine under the floor panel on the other side. She was vomiting for a week. Almost died. I told everyone to avoid the room after that. No one here is worth losing over whatever guns may or may not be in there.
Anything we can scavenge in the garage?
Poked my head in there and saw a giant robot next to a dead body. Hard pass.
What's in the archive room?
We first got into the base through a hole in the archive room's wall. Some critters living in there chased us around, but we managed to shut them in before anyone got seriously hurt.
That's what we thought.
We've been trying to snare them for a while for fresh meat, but they just chew through the ropes like they're Sour Patch Kids.
Sour Patch Kids. That's all for now, thanks.
Careful out there.
What's
It's
this
an
wardrobe?
uncaring world.
We can change, Okay, cool. So if we want to, we can change Jester's hair. There we go. We won't have him dyeing his hair.
Sure was kind of you to let us stay.
Sure was kind of you to let us stay. I wish more folks were like you, Rangers.
I wish more folks were like you, Rangers.
Okay, lockpicking one. Ooh, soldier's note. A well-preserved tape from right after the war containing a recording from a Peterson Air Force guard. Nice.
October 12th, 1998. 7 months since the bombs fell. Had an incident at the West Gate. Some civilians dug under the fence and tried to make a run for the commissary. Sergeant Peters told us to open fire. Standing orders. Looters to be shot on sight. They didn't look like much to me from 80 meters. And when we got close enough to inspect the bodies, I saw why. They looked like scarecrows. Just skin and bone. The oldest was maybe 15. Every time I close my eyes, I see that kid's face. God forgive me. I can't do this anymore.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
I wish more folks were like you, Ranger.
I wish more folks were like
Alright, so nobody really says anything there.
This must have been the mess hall. Better get this up and running pronto. Keeping your people well fed is probably the easiest way to keep them loyal.
The food on these tables is cold and partially eaten, but not rotten. It's clear someone recently fled mid-meal here. Ooh, here we go. Toaster repair. And we should get additional loot, yeah? Tarzan token. A brass token inscribed with a scowling face and the name Tarzan. Toaster repair +1. EMP grenade. $55. We got that perk, didn't we? I hope we did. Yes, we did. Okay. Now it yields bonus loot. Awesome. So if we look, toaster repair is gonna go on her.
Oh, hey, howdy.
Warps. I have 5 lockpicking. Bones. 5 lockpicking. Waving at you through the bars of a cell is a pale, rail-thin man with matted hair and fraying, faded clothes. He gives you a lazy, glassy-eyed grin.
Hey, dudes. Hi. Well, what's up? Haven't seen you before. Have I?
We're the Rangers. This is going to be our new headquarters.
Rangers, huh? Cool, man. Cool. I like your look. I think I had a shirt like that once, a long time ago. Long time ago. Headquarters for what?
We came here from Arizona to help the Patriarch.
Arizona? Arizona. That sounds far, real far. Are there, like, more of you here?
We've actually got a couple of questions for you, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, man, of course. I don't mind. Ask me whatever.
What's your name?
My name? Ned. Ned? Harry. Nick. Booger. Dickens. Lyle? Something like that. Honestly, I don't, remember. Been a long time since I thought about that, man. Been a longer time since someone, asked me about it. I kind of been here for a while.
How long have you been here?
Couldn't tell you, man. Couldn't tell you. Like, there's no windows or clocks in here, Hard to keep track of when the day starts or ends. Anyway, a long time. Long enough for other groups, other people to come and go.
How have you survived?
Man, I got everything I need in here to keep on. Little crack in the ceiling over there drips some water. So I just gotta lick the wall when I'm thirsty. And, you know what they say about dark, damp spaces, man? Mushroom grow there, man. So I added a little self-made fertilizer. Those mushrooms are growing good.
You've been living off of wall water and mushrooms?
Yeah, man, yeah. Yum, yum. Oh, yeah, and bugs, when they come by. Buzzy crunchers and climby snappers and skittery two-bites and running gushers. Sometimes roly poppers and hoppy specks. Once a squirmy slurp. That was a good day, man. But yeah, mainly mushrooms.
Can you tell us about any of the groups that lived here before us?
Yeah, sure, maybe. Sometimes, like, a guy might come in, but I don't know if he was connected to the guy who came in before him, Kinda hard to keep track of how long it is between visits, and people don't always tell me what's going on outside. But, let me see. Last guy who came in to see me was the dead guy. Before him, Tired Eyes Lady. Before her, the Smiling Woman. Before that, it's a little fuzzy.
Tell us about the dead guy.
Oh man, that's some wild stuff. So a while ago, that dead guy over there came running in here all nervous and freaked out and starts messing with that computer machine over there. And yeah, then there's this big-ass flash of light from the computer machine, and he falls down, and then all these, sirens and flashing lights. It was horrible, man. Like, it made it really hard to sleep, Then after a while, the alarm stopped, and then, you came in.
So is that Andy? Tell us about the Tired Eyes Lady.
Well, she was a woman, dressed all raggedy.
I think this is who we just talked to, Dell.
I'm one to talk on that. Anyway, she came in here looking sad. Eyes looked like she hadn't seen a good night's rest in years. We talked for a bit, and then she left again. Sometimes I think I can still hear her voice.
Yeah, because she's next door.
Hope she didn't die and she's haunting me for some reason. Though, now that I think about it, I guess I'd be glad for the company, you know?
Tell us about the smiling woman.
Oh, a real nice lady, man. Had a big old smile on her face the whole time we talked. Just never stopped smiling. I think she said she was a trader. Talked about how she had some merchandise to keep here and some people she was gonna deal with. Said I wasn't a suitable client, which, sure, 'cause I got no money. Well, actually, she said I wouldn't be suitable for her clients, which I thought was a weird way to say that.
Cannibals? What do you mean? Or a slaver, maybe. What do you mean by a little fuzzy?
You know, man, it's, I've been here a long time, and I eat a lot of mushrooms. Can't always remember things that happened in the, olden days, but I'll try. There was a gentleman bear, the lip licker, and, the bloody screamers, and them metal fellers, and the really white guy, and owl face. Oh, and the 6 wee men and a lion. But, yeah, hard to remember who came in first, and, which ones were just a nursery rhyme my grandma told me, so... yeah...
Okay, ask about something else.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
Why are you in there? Oh, geez, we can't kill him?
Because, the cell door is locked.
That's not what we're asking. Why were you put in there?
Oh man, didn't you like my joke? Okay, like, well, so a guy I used to be friends with, well, I guess he was more of a business partner. Friend though too, man, like former friend who decided he didn't, want to go splitsies anymore, so he conked me on the head. And when I woke up, I was in here. Real bummer, man, like, seriously.
Why are you in there again?
I told you, man, my partner trapped me in here. Thought he was my friend, you know? But he wasn't.
We're going now.
Cool, man, but, hey, so, we've been chatting for a bit, gotten to know each other a little, right? I've been stuck in here for, at least a lot of years, and it would be much nicer if I, wasn't. Do you think you could maybe do me a solid and, like, find a way to get me out of here?
We'll see what we can do, no promises.
Cool, I get it, man. No pressure, but, I'd sure appreciate it. So long.
Okay, well, we got a container. Brig Master Key for when you want to mingle with some lawbreakers. Okay, so we can get these bones. Attacking objects. If your squad skills aren't high enough, sometimes brute force will still work. To break down a door, smack a misbehaving computer, or forcefully shut down a power generator, use the attack option in the quick bar or press left control. Certain objects, such as vault doors or ice walls, may require specific damage types to damage. Okay, that's cool. Hot Wheels junk car. Okay, let's check out this corpse. The body of a young man lies twisted on the floor. He wears shabby clothes, and he's been dead long enough for the body to go cold, but not long enough to rot. Try to establish a cause of death. The body's contorted limbs in proximity to an ancient computer seems to suggest a painful death by electrocution. Discoloration in the face suggests heart failure, which might be electricity, but there's a lack of burns, which makes that inconclusive. Some dried, foamy spittle, barely detectable at the edges of the mouth, make poison a much more likely culprit. Check for signs of electrocution. The body's contorted limbs in proximity to an ancient computer. Okay. Electricity kills by stopping the heart, which looks like what happened. You don't see any entry or exit burns, though, but those are not always present in low-voltage electrocutions. Search the body. This man was carrying nothing but the clothes he wore on his body, and those are tattered and grimy. His shoes have holes in their soles. In one of his pockets, you find a half-eaten, sweet-smelling mushroom. You step away from the body.
What's going on with the dead guy? Is he, alright?
What's this mushroom? Try it and see. About half a mushroom found in the Ranger HQ brig has a syrupy sweet smell. Could be harmless, could be toxic. 15 to 25% damage? So it damages us? Alright, I don't know what's going to go on with this computer. The terminal displays information about the base's systems. Everything appears normal for the moment. Check recent activity logs for this terminal. You comb through the logs, culling ancient messages and routine system notifications until you have a list of recent activations. Wake up initiated, wake complete, credentials rejected, credentials accepted, login to admin, password admin, loading default admin operations, backup generators initialized. Automated security lockdown initiated, login required, credentials rejected, credentials rejected. Station locking out user due to multiple failed login attempts. Terminal displays information about the base's systems. Okay, step away. I don't know if we want to release that guy. That seems like it could be a dangerous choice. I don't know about that one. Okay, so we know one place the armory is booby-trapped. We know there's a robot in the garage. And this right here, the med bay, is a place of death.
What a stink. Somebody's been using this medbay for a morgue. Gonna take an ocean of bleach to get it ready for customers.
Ooh, nice. More meds. This female corpse is bloated and putrefied. One of her arms is entirely missing. Black ichor oozes from her swollen torso. Search for a cause of death. Looks like the missing arm had nothing to do with the woman's demise. It had been expertly removed and stitched up long before she died. Instead, she seems to have died of an infection or illness. You notice that the corpse's ankles and wrists are scarred as if she had been chained up for a while. Ooh, first aid 4. The desiccated husk of a man is little more than a skeleton covered in papery skin. Search for a cause of death. Looks like a simple case of starvation and dehydration, but you notice the same scarring on his ankles and wrists as on the other corpses, most likely from manacles. The torn skin suggests that they were frequently moved. There is a pile of corpses in the corner. Search for causes of death. These people died in a variety of ways, most of them violent. Bullet holes in one, a crushed skull on another, a cut throat on the third. They all have the same scarring on their ankles and wrists as the other corpses, most likely from manacles. Do we want to commit to the first aid? Let's do it. Let's get that extra XP. Look for the source of the infection. Tracing the course of the infection's path through the body, you spot a cybernetic implant embedded in a rotted chest. Looks like its poor installation was the cause of her fatal infection. Take the implant. You grit your teeth and pry the implant out. Her chest shatters when it finally rips free, spilling liquefied innards everywhere. Jeez. What did that give us, a mod? Subdermal plating. Require cyborg tech. +5 armor. Okay. Lockpicking impossible. The door guarding this vault is enormous and recessed into the walls, floors, and ceilings. It appears that it can only be opened with that numeric keypad on the wall, several feet away. Enter a keycode at random. You start pressing buttons, but you don't even know how many numbers are in the sequence. Every time you press enter, the display clears and the door shows no signs of moving. Okay. So we gotta find the key. Rusted.
We get this cleaned out, you can put your truck in here.
Okay, lockpicking. The automated chauffeur, a pre-war advertisement for some kind of robot driver. Black sludge.
Tired of gridlock? Sick of dodging reckless drivers? Fed up with paying a fortune to shady mechanics that never actually fix your car? Consolidated Atomics has the answer. Introducing Hermes, the revolutionary vehicle AI that's an expert driver, navigator, and auto mechanic all in one. Hermes remembers your daily commute, gathering up-to-the-minute traffic reports to plot the quickest route to your destination. The AI also takes care of basic maintenance, keeping your vehicle in peak condition. Visit your local dealership for information on a Hermes upgrade kit today. Consolidated Atomics, 21st century solutions for the problems of today.
Okay. Game saved. This terminal is displaying information about the base's systems. All seems normal. Most of the logs appear to have been destroyed in a giant server wipe that occurred decades ago. The terminal also has controls for some nearby vehicle lists, but currently indicates they are all unresponsive. Request issued, please wait. A loud grinding emanates from the huge trapdoor near the garage's entrance. A smell of rusted metal sparking fills the room. Mechanical failure reported. A servitor drone has been issued a repair order. What's up with this? There's the body. Kinda scared. Lunchbox. Extended mag. +2 magazine size. Could be nice on like the sniper. Quick slot item. 50% healing. Used to restore con. Repairs vehicles and robots. So what is this? Save. Rusted Slicer Dicer. This enormous spider-like robot is in bad shape. It twitches in a puddle of its own fluids and its casing dented and riddled with bullet holes. Judging by the scrape marks on the floor, it looks like someone dragged it into the garage from somewhere else. Examine the robot. You recognize it as a Slicer Dicer, a pre-apocalypse military robot. Appears to have been badly damaged in a firefight and is missing some of its weapons. Upon closer inspection, you note that some of the bullet holes have been patched and several of the legs show signs of recent welding. The Slicer Dicer's main access panel is open, revealing its wiring and power plant. It's clear that someone has been trying to repair the robot. Well, let's see if she died to the robot. A corpse of a young woman lies at your feet, her body contorted at an unnatural angle. Judging by the smell, she's been here for a while. Examine. The woman is wearing a patchwork jumpsuit and a leather tool belt. Her pockets are crammed with fuses, bundles of wire, and bits of circuit boards. It looks like this Wastelander made her living by scavenging and repairing electronics. She would have felt right at home in an old garage like this. Determine how she died. The body's unnatural position suggests some kind of seizure, and there are signs of discoloration on her face indicative of heart failure. A heavy metal spanner is gripped tightly in her right hand. The metal is discolored and scorch marks blacken her fingertips. It looks to you like a textbook case of electrocution. I'm kind of scared, but let's try and repair the robot. Peering inside the quivering robot's casings, you find a lot of scavenged parts and new wiring. Someone's been working on the robot for a while. There's a bad connection to the power supply, strong enough to give someone a wicked shock. It takes some careful work to repair the connection. As soon as the short is repaired, the robot sputters to life. It turns a cold, unfeeling optical sensor towards you, and its weapons spin up. Oh, we're done for. We're done for. Why did we do this? Minus 20% hit chance for 2 turns. How much does this cost? 5. That didn't do anything. But it is suppressed. I think we messed it up. Let's back you up a little bit. Three damage. Nice. Let's back you up a bit. Hold on. Center mass. Usable in combat or exploration. Take them down clean. A reliable attack that has a 20% hit chance, but 100% critical chance. So that should have critted, right? Oh, he didn't get to attack? So we just gotta keep moving back and forth. Dude, why are we missing all these shots? There we go. Oh, geez. Friendly fire. Go ahead and back you up as much as possible. Nah, Major Tomcat. We might kill it. We did it! What? How are we doing on ammo? Oh, we seem to be doing good on everything. Quick slot item. Slicer Dicer Self-Assembler. 7 mechanics. A level 10 assault rifle. I'm just really happy that he didn't get a hit off. The only damage we did there was, or we took there was friendly fire. My gosh. Okay, we got some traps in here. So we should lead with Kaige-O.
Look at all this machinery. If we can get it all running, this will be a good spot for your armory.
You have the explosives. Nice. Now, don't you... 33% chance to drop a grenade, but that's only landmines. These are all tripwires. Okay, ammo. This terminal is displaying information. Okay. Recent activity logs. The only log you can find on this terminal relates to a massive data wipe. That's it. Okay. 1 lock picking. And then you... Oh, 4 explosives? Oh, no. Okay, we gotta come back for that then. Damn. Okay, let's go ahead and save. And that should be everything here, yeah? What is this? Oh, this is outside. Okay, yeah. Everything inside should be good to go. How's Jody doing?
I need to rest a spell. Catch my breath.
Okay.
Later.
She's still chilling. Oh, snap. It talks to us now. Alright, so we got this tripwire. Let's go ahead and get Jester on this. And then we have... Ooh. 5 strength. Very nice. Okay, we got some new armor. You're gonna need the high strength stuff. Well, that's 4 strength. That helmet is kind of cool. I might go ahead and keep that on. Does anybody have 4 strength? You do. This is +5 armor. We'll give that to you. I kind of like the big bulky armor. Next should probably be... I feel like you'll be most close range. And then you should have armor. Status effect resistance. That's a cool looking helmet. Okay, we'll do some cover-ups. Not a huge fan of that big helmet. It's kind of funny looking though. Okay, I like it, I like it. Now we don't have Animal Whisper yet, and there's some animals over here. Cyborg chicken. Got a furry friend who needs a home? If you dismiss any animal companions or their owner is removed from the squad, they'll come back here for safekeeping. When you're ready for them to rejoin you, return to the animal kennel and you can recruit them once again. Metal-plated electronics have been implanted in this chicken's body. It looks up at you, a sense of loneliness in its eyes. You don't see any other chickens around. Okay. Diggable. Dog poop? You're not sure why you'd want to pick this up? Mystery item? Recipe? Ooh, a long mag. Oh. Titanium plating. Got any other diggables? Anything going on back here? Here's a diggable. Human skull and a Casio watch. Junk to sell.
Systems active. Greetings, Rangers.
Jeez, dude. Stuttering a bit there. Leave area? Burn book. We have a rabbit. And the rabbit's gone. Ooh, another rocket. Very nice. 17 bucks. I'm gonna send you... Okay, never mind. I was gonna send Kaige-O because he has the perception. Be better for him to like spot out traps. So what does this do, leaving the area? Like, it just says leave Colorado, downtown Colorado Springs. We don't want to travel to Colorado. We want to go this way. But that should be everything, except for the vaulted room, which we can't get into right now.
Systems active. Greetings, Rangers.
We should probably heal. How close are we to level ups? Not super close. Why are you way over here? Alright, let's head on to the next area. Travel to downtown Colorado Springs. Yes. Oh, jeez. Oh. They got prisoners.
Fucking Dorsey's! Please! My son's not a Dorsey! Let him go! You don't look like marshals. Do you work for the Patriarch?
For now, yes.
Then maybe the magistrate will listen to you. Judge Watkins has sentenced my son to die. Austin is all I have left. Everyone else died on the plains. He's a good boy. He never hurt anyone. I'm sure of it. Please, maybe Watkins will listen to you.
What happened? Why was your son sentenced to death?
I don't even know why he was rounded up. He won't tell me. Says he's embarrassed. I know they caught him doing something wrong, but he says he never hurt anyone. If you talk to him, maybe he'll tell you what happened. Sometimes it's easier to talk to a stranger than your mother. I know that much.
Who's your son?
Austin Pease, the skinny boy up on the platform. I can't imagine he killed anyone. We've seen enough death on our way out here. He never wanted to hurt anyone, ever.
What's your story?
Our family escaped the wars in the East. Tried to make our way across the plains. My husband, my other son, my daughters, one by one, picked off and killed. Now it's just the two of us, and I'm gonna lose him too.
Okay.
Please, help my son.
We'll do what we can next time. As always, I appreciate y'all for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, peace out, y'all.